big screen here. I keep on forgetting about that. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning on this. Okay, where am I getting an echo from? Let's see. Oh, it's on the big screen, so I got to turn it all the way to 0. Good morning, Twitch, on this 11.10.2023. Current time is 05:43 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch. Thank God it's Friday, and we made it to the weekend. We just got to get through today, or all you working stiffs have to get through the day, and we can enjoy the weekend. The weekend's here for all practical purpose. It's a Veterans Day weekend, and what the hell? I can put this right there. Oh, I guess I'll put it right there, and. So we honor our veterans tomorrow, and those that are serving and have served. Well, those who have served, and we could say the people are serving, but it's mostly to remember those that have served, that have fallen, that are still missing tomorrow. So they're going to keep it simple. It was sort of suggested that, Fireman Rich, he's a veteran, he'll have a special. I'm not going to have a special. It just... We remember those that served, and we remember those that are still missing solemnly and simply. You know, we never forget. Never forget. Every day I wake up, I think about those. And but that's tomorrow. And but I hope everybody's having a good week. We're getting our day started here. A hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. With the morning coffee, of course, and boy, do we need it today, because we're up late a little last night. We were up late as far as that goes with, with the football game for one, and then, which wasn't for being dubbed the so-called toilet bowl. Two teams that are really nothing. They have the Chicago Bears have a 4-string quarterback that probably did pretty good last night. And the Bears ended up winning. We'll talk about the score here later and stuff. But and then the other quarterback, first-round draft choice, he played. It's his first year, so they're cutting him some slack. And but after that, we're over there with Mr. Ted Hicks, as far as that goes, on his late night parenting broadcast. And there's Ted Hicks. The replay is posted up on Ted Hicks's X/Twitter feed at Real Ted Hicks, and he's also at Late Night Parenting. I believe it is Parents at Late Night Parents, and so. I'm not sure if it's on the Real Ted Hicks. Let me check that real quick. That's a good question. I might have to change Ted's card, because I think he's having problems with one of his with his Twitter, but I'm not sure which account. Well, let's check. At Real Ted Hicks. Is it posted up there? Oh, that's posted. That's last week's. No, that's last night's. Okay, yeah, it is posted. Fool me twice. Hashtag fool me twice. So it's posted over there. He does have one for late night parenting, but that's Mr. Ted Hicks from Long Island, who's probably getting ready. No, today's Friday. He's working. Today's work at home day stuff. God, I know Ted long enough to know his work schedule. Ted's a great guy, and he had our good friend Tony D was on there last night. Also, it's posted over on Tony D's page too, and there was a JoJo was on there, Brian was on there, and Michael was on there, Bathurst from Toronto, and it was a good panel. It's a couple hours, 2 hours long, and I stayed up for the whole thing. So Oh, let's see. We got 3 minutes before. Let me get this in. The weather. Current weather is. Let's see. Current weather. Let's see if we can get the weather in at least here, as far as before the ad break here. Currently, it is 36 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 2 degrees Celsius, and we're going to have considerable cloudiness. We had some sun yesterday morning, which was pretty good. High of 53. That's good. We're up there. Winds out of the west by southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sun will be rising at 0650, which is in another hour and 3 minutes. So another hour per se in a couple minutes. 6:50 a.m. and setting at 4:51 p.m. And current world times and temperatures: Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:49 is clear skies, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, there's clear skies in Phoenix at 3:49, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. At 4:49 a.m. this morning, Chicago has clear skies, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. New York City, the jungle, we have cloudy skies in New York City, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I gotta work on using these bifocals. 52 degrees Fahrenheit. And Cork, Ireland, across the pond, 10:49 a.m. currently. Sunny skies, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Milan, Italy, 11:49 a.m. Cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In New Delhi, India, cloudy skies at 4:19 p.m. 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Mumbai, India, 4:20 p.m. Partly cloudy, partly clear, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Kuala Lumpur at 6:50 p.m. early evening, sunny, clear skies, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Tokyo, Japan at 7:50 p.m. in the evening there currently, cloudy skies, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. And Melbourne, Australia at 9:50 p.m. clear skies, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia at 9:50 p.m. clear skies there also at 9:50 p.m. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as we speak. And we got an ad break coming up. We will wait for the ads to pass there. We don't have anybody in the... And if you're watching this on the replay, you don't see the ads, so I can talk to you all. If you're watching this on the replay over there on my Rumble channel, Rumble, there's where I am on Rumble, okay? Fireman Rich on Rumble. I appreciate the views. And I'm also over there on YouTube. Now, the YouTube channel is Richard M. Roberts. Okay, that's the YouTube channel to plug those as far as that goes. So, appreciate that. And ads start in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do we got an ad going? It says we got ads going, so where's that? Ad break ends. Okay, they're a minute and a half. They're a minute and a half ads. So we got them popping. We got a progressive ad going. So the people watching on the replay, you don't see the ads. I guess it's like a minute and a half for each ad. Or each time. It's like every 30 minutes. So we won't have another ad for, what's the next rollout? 31 minutes. As far as that goes. I know there's some broadcasters, they'll put it on for every 15 minutes. That's a little ridiculous. Let's see, this is a game. This is a Spider-Man game? It looks like, yeah. Spider-Man, a new game. Let's see what's going on there. And Sergio, oh, what's that? Oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. It's like a paintball gel. I wonder if those are bio. Oh, it is eco-friendly. Okay, I was just thinking, is it biodegradable? So we got 23 more seconds for the ad breaks, and we got the MetaQuest. I thought about getting the MetaQuest. See, I pay attention to these commercials. Okay, we're back. Ad break, 3, 2, 1, and we are back. We got 30. I think we got 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes till the next ad break? Yeah, 29 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's see, broadcast no frames drops, which is good. We're in the green, and let's see, coming out at 3700 KBS at the OBS, and over here on the we're pumping at 3300. So there's like 400 drop in friction. Yeah, 400 KBS drop in friction between OBS and then it's going out to you. I don't know when it gets out to you what the KBS is at. Let's go to our thought for the day. It's I gotta check. We had Albert Einstein up, I think, the other day. Albert Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist who widely held to be one of the greatest and most influential scientists. I have a lot of. The only person who has more quotes than good Albert Einstein is Mark Twain. One of my favorite. I keep on saying it. Is he my favorite author? Or is J.R.R. Tolkien? J.R.R. Tolkien is, I guess, and you know, Mark Twain is right there. It's my two top, and then probably after that would be Walt Whitman. I like Walt Whitman. I didn't like. I could care less who he was when I was a kid, but once I got a newfound fond relationship with reading poetry. He has some good he's a good poet. Let's see, our quote from Mr. Albert Einstein, and our thought for today goes as follows: It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he takes out of it. So we always take something out of this life for ourselves, right? Yeah, that's what life is all about in a sense. So we should always be putting something back as far as that goes. And I'm just noticing the time. It's 5:55. Remembering my brother firefighters. Also remembering a day before here, the Veterans Day of the veterans that have served, the fallen veterans, and those veterans that are still missing. We will never forget. So it's a significant number, 555 in the fire service to remember the fallen firefighters. But I'm going to attribute it to the fallen and missing service members that we will be honoring tomorrow. And I may make sure I get my flag up tomorrow as far as that goes. So, but Albert Einstein's quote, it is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he takes out of it. And that's very true. A lot of these quotes, to me, they're the reason I'm presenting them because they popped at me and it's just like, oh, I want to talk about this. So I find it very true in my opinion. It is every person's obligation to put back into this world at least equivalent of what they take out. So if you're receiving love, you should give love back. If you're receiving kindness, you get kindness. The only thing is, if you're receiving something bad from the bad people, you let somebody take care of the bad people and stuff. You should go on the vigilante rant or anything like that. So a good quote, a great quote from Mr. Albert Einstein. It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what is taken out. Thank you, sir. So last night, like I said, I was up late with watching Ted Hicks, and he has a great show, a great broadcast. As far as he invited me up, I said no. The missus is asleep, and I have a tendency of being very loud and as far as that goes when I speak, and so I appreciate it, Ted. I know you're watching this on the replay, or we don't have anybody in the room right now, but and that's probably why, because everybody was on Ted's Ted's broadcast last night, and it can get a little zany. It's fun, and that's these are all individuals. Everybody on the panel I met via HAPS, the previous platform. We talk about that more so now than we have in the last couple of years because everybody's starting to come back in one form or the other. Michael Bathurst being the latest as far as using Restream to come back and broadcast, and he's available to be on broadcast. He was on Ted's last night, and that's a good thing. You know, we still have a community. The community, though it's a little bit scattered. I know our good friend Tony D would like it a lot more, where everybody, you know, you got someone broadcasting, and just like Haps, it would be like boom, 100 people right there or something like that, and that's we'll take what we can get right now. You know, as far as that goes, I think everybody has their own little setup as far as that goes, and what they want to do. It's just like I've said before. It's good to see Michael Bathurst. He's out of Toronto, back up broadcasting again, and and I look forward now. I guess Thursday night. I took a nap yesterday too. I got to put that in there. I did take a nap yesterday after getting done doing some stuff, and so even though I got just a tad tired, I guess, watching the ball game. It was on Twitch. Thursday night football game's on Twitch, so I watch it here on Twitch, and it's two teams I don't really watch on a regular basis, and I don't follow on a regular basis. So it's interesting. Chicago Bears. I don't know if those were throwback uniforms or what, but I was watching that. That got me to Ted Hicks's broadcast. I think he broadcasted. It was a little after 10:30 or so, and so I thought that was interesting, and such that and a lot of good. And I like being in the chat. You know, I can kick back. I can fact check what's being said, which can be fun. Brian, he's very, very, very smart and aware of what things go on and stuff like that. It's I like when Brian is on, and JoJo also. JoJo's he talks about MMA, and I just listen to him, and boom, I don't watch boxing or MMA fighting. I guess it is. You know, the fighting there when they're in the cage. Because I said this before. I think the last full fight I ever watched was when Boom Boom Mancini knocked out and subsequently killed the South Korean fighter that he was boxing years back when I was in the service. And I love watching boxing, but it's just like that. It just, you know, it's like, yeah, I just watched somebody get killed on TV in a boxing match, and that was a pretty bad. I mean, I remember being at work and everybody was sort of like down for that day. It's like, man, geez, that just sucks. Well, it's worse than that. It's a loss of a life and stuff. So I haven't really. I just didn't. I mean, I remember growing up. Everything was in grade school, going up to high school. It's like, what's Muhammad Ali doing? What's Joe Frazier doing? What's George Foreman? Yeah, oh man, and it's just the boxers were just they were really big stars back in the day for me and stuff. You know, they were the epitome of the fighter. You know, so JoJo gives a real good overview. And I don't have to watch because he's very very detailed on and very knowledgeable on his MMA fighting as far as that goes. So and then like I said, Brian very astute on politics. I disagreed with him. He likes, on the Republican side, the debate they had the other day. I guess he leans towards. I can't pronounce the guy's name, so I'm not gonna embarrass myself trying to. But the younger guy, that him and Nikki Haley, who was the governor of South Carolina, who I like. I think she's a strong woman. I think she was a good governor from what I've done research on her, and I like her. She, I guess, the younger guy was going after her. I didn't watch the debate. I usually catch the clips afterwards, and but I think he was trying to rebut Nikki with this young guy's TikTok use. You know, he's going to be a president. He's using TikTok, and it's like I stopped using TikTok again for some reason. But he was coming back at her saying that, well, your daughter, which I think, oh, daughter is a young lady and stuff like that. Her daughter's 25 years old, but even still, he's going after the family, and that he crossed a line there, I think, and he's trying. He's a young politician. I think he's going to be around for a while, but he doesn't bring, for me at least, for me, I would tell Brian, for me, he doesn't bring anything to the table compared to Nikki Haley. There's people that don't like her. She's very astute. She was a governor. I'm a strong believer, be it Democratic, Republican, that your good presidents are governors. I think Ronald Reagan, of course, was a great president. He was a governor. Um, uh, George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., they weren't senators, but George Bush Sr. was a vice president, so that George Bush Jr. I don't know. That was he, I guess he was an okay president. Bill Clinton was a good president his first 4 years. He was a governor. Uh, Barack Obama, I almost voted for him the first time he ran. And and that's what this young guy reminds me. He reminds me of a young Barack Obama, where I was like, oh, and I said to myself after, Barack Obama, he was an okay president too, I guess. Um, but I don't want to get hoodwinked by what this guy's saying, because it's just like, you can say a lot as a presidential candidate and promise a lot, but you don't deliver. And I think that was the case with Barack Obama. His first 4 years was okay. Second 4 years, just like Clinton's, it was not as bad as Clinton's, but it just was. It wasn't. And this is from my perspective, okay, my opinion and stuff. I know other people. Now the current president, well, all I gotta say is it's strongly disapprove, especially the vice president, as well as the only ones that I really disapprove more than the president and vice president is our governor of New York State. I don't really care for Miss Hochul. I think she's a flash in the pan as far as that goes. I almost think you look at Cuomo's misgivings and stuff like that. I felt more comfortable with Cuomo. Hochul does not give me. She doesn't have that sense of leadership about her and stuff like that. Just like she just reminds me a little bit of the governor that the people have to put up with in Michigan. There, it's like. But anyway, Brian brings a very good perspective from a younger side as far as that goes, and I do respect him. I respect everybody that was on that panel last night. They were really good guys, really great guys, and such. So, let's see. Let's get to our National Day. Our National Day. And I'm going to post this one. This one I have to post because we have we got World Net Cancer Day. Okay, you got National Vanilla Cupcake Day. What can take the place of National Vanilla Cupcake Day? That would be the United States Marine Corps birthday. Semper Fi to all those Marines. My kid brother was a Marine, and I want to say God bless you. As far as that goes, how come I can't copy the image here? Let me bring this back here. It is, okay, what is it? National calendar. Okay, we got that. And then we got it for today, November 10th. So how come I can't copy that? That's interesting. That is very interesting. Huh. Well, we'll just have to do it a different way. We just have to. We're going to be on an extended time here today, so I have time here. Let me see. Let me go ahead and. Where is it? Where is it? Where's my print page? Oh, print screen. There we go. Print screen. And let's see if that works. Okay, screenshot saved. So let's bring up MS Paint. I like using MS Paint. MS Paint is a great tool. Very simple. I like some. And then WordPad. WordPad. You know, why you don't need Windows 10, Windows or Microsoft Word 10 or whatever. You can just. Oh, I didn't want that. Shoot. Try this again. You got WordPad. WordPad does the job. Now I tried to open a document yesterday, and it was like I've got Microsoft Word and Excel. I think it's 7, and it was in the form of 10. I guess. Let's see. We want that to be new. We want to go back here and get this again. I had something in the. Okay, let's print screen. Okay, we got the screen printed. We'll go ahead and paste it, and let's see, we want to copy this. And I'll post this up on my other social media platforms, which I'm on Truth Social, Instagram Threads, X/Twitter as @Fireman Rich, and then I'm also on the public Facebook that I have. Yes, I'm using Facebook, but it's basically let's see now. It's the Real Fireman Rich is the Facebook page. But whatever I do on one is always on the other ones anyway. So I'll just put this on X/Twitter for now. And my Surface 3, as usual, is dirt slow. Oh, there's the guy. Yeah, there's the guy that I was talking about, the presidential candidate. And let's see, we're gonna go highlight that. And why is that flickering? Let's see. Oh, we're good. We're good there. Okay. Okay, I want to tweet it. Let's get the. Okay, there it is. Okay, we'll go ahead and see if that pastes. No, I don't want that. I just. Oh, let's see. Paint. Let's see. I don't want that one. We'll get rid of that one. We don't want that one. No, don't save. I got the full page. I just want a portion of the page. Let's see. Cancel. Don't save. Damn it. You know what? I'll just do it here on this page. Let's see. Oh, no, let's do it on here. Just bear with me. We don't have anybody in the thing. So if you're watching this on the replay, we're trying to post up a post on Twitter for okay, it's still there. Good. Okay, so let's go there. We'll go ahead and highlight it. Posting something for today is the United States Marines birthday. We copy that. Okay, minimize that and paste it there. Bada bing, there we go. Okay, so let's get back to the verbiage. And we're just about finished. I do a lot of manual stuff when I'm on the computer as far as that goes. So, okay, there it is. So today is the United States Marine Corps' birthday. Simplify. My kid brother was a Marine. He was very proud of being that. I was very proud of him being a Marine. He has some stories. I think any Marine has some stories. I was in the country club service of the Air Force. Hey, Tim Fan, yo, good morning. Good morning. I still need your picks there, guy. I figured you picked Chicago, so you won last night. I gotta get some more coffee here. It's only quarter after. We still got a whole hour yet, or so. But the on November 10th, the United States Marine Corps' birthday commemorates the establishment of the Continental Marines. Hashtag Marine Corps birthday. Simplify. The United States Marine Corps, a branch of the United States Armed Forces, is responsible for providing power protection from the sea. They use the mobility of the United States Navy to deliver combat arms task force rapidly. The Continental Congress first established the Continental Marines on November 10, 1775, leading to the American Revolution. Two battalions of Marines fought for independence, both on land and sea. The birth of the United States Marine Corps began as a way of augmenting naval forces in the Revolutionary War. The recruiting headquarters was in the Tun Tavern on Water Street in Philadelphia, which is considered to be the birthplace of the Marines. And you'll send me those pics. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, just send them into Twitter. As far as that goes, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's just that's our National Day today. Yesterday, I did do the audio podcast over there on Spotify for podcasters, and I'm also doing something else there. I do the Monday, Tuesday. Next Tuesday though is going to be a Mixcloud. I do the over there on Mixcloud.com, the radio show. Mondays and Tuesday though I normally do an audio podcast, but I'm doing something extra. I'm taking part in a monthly challenge that is here in November. It's called NaPodPomo. Okay, that's the hashtag. NaPodPomo.org is the webpage. It tells you about it. And it's hashtag NaPodPomo, National Podcasters Post Month. And what it is you take part. It doesn't have to be long. It can be 5 minutes long. It can be 1 minute long. You just post each day, at least each day, which adds up to 30 audios for the month of November. And this is the original audio month that I like talking about. And what did we talk about yesterday? Something about New York. I forgot. What the hell? What was that? Let me bring up the page. But I like using audio. This is a challenge. It's in its 16th year. They used to do another audio challenge. That's why when I talk about it, this is the original audio challenge, because when I was over there on Audio Boom, which is now Audio Boo, we did something. It wasn't NaPodPomo. They call it something else. They do it in June or July or May. Yeah, June or July or something like that. To where I didn't take part because it was a self-centered person that was running it. Was just more or less. It's an okay guy. It did set well moving it from November, I guess, and it still bugs me a little bit because November's always to me been audio month, and so I'm taking part by giving I talked about the coral reefs. No, that was the podcast. What was the that was the audio podcast. I talked about the coral reefs for the Fireman Rich audio podcast Morning Coffee, which is a audio version of what we're doing here, but it's the oldest trees. Did you know? Oh, that's what I did. The oldest trees. That's what I talked about. The oldest forest. The oldest forest. Oh, that wouldn't be on here. Okay, that wouldn't be on here. We did talk about the pristine coral reefs that they found on the audio podcast, and what that entailed is they found several cold water off the island of the Galapagos, pristine coral reefs, which they're thousands of years old. Later, I think it was after lunch, I believe, I did an audio, about 8 minutes, I think it was. I don't know how long it was. How long is that? 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes. There's some of them. I guess the other ones there for the last day is 14. I think I did a 30. Yeah, I did a 23-minute one on the penny saver. So those are being posted over there. But the oldest forest is right here in New York. It's up there in Cicero, which is just down from Albany, Schenectady. So it's they found some old tree roots that go back. They're fossilized when they carbon dated it, and it goes back to like 365 years or something. Like this forest covered the whole state and also Pennsylvania and stuff like that back in that day, way long time ago. So who would have thought the oldest forest is right here in New York State? So we need our forests. We need to plant more trees as far as that goes. So that was the day 9 audio NaPodPoMo audio submission. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I just think up a subject. I used to do that a lot, like I said, when I did audio before I did all this live streaming and stuff, because I love audio. I still like it. I like doing it, and as far as keeping up with it, as far as that goes. And you know what? I'm up a little bit earlier than I was before, than I was Wednesday and stuff. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and take a short break, and as far as that goes, I want to top off my coffee cup, and so I'll be right back. And we are back. I'm sucking down this coffee, being up late last night. It's just, uh, okay, we got ad break. Oh, it ends. We're in an ad break now. Okay, so we got back on an ad break. Let's see, maybe 32 minutes before the next one. So we'll just hang tight here. So yeah, I was up late. It was, like I said, it was a really good broadcast on Ted's part. As far as he always runs a really, he's very generous with the shout outs and stuff like that, and as far as that goes. So it says there's the commercial. We're running the commercials now. The commercials are running through. So hey, good morning, Helen. Good morning. Glad to have you here. Everybody else is sleeping in. They were I should be sleeping in. Yeah, he got done at 12:30, so I mean it was a late night. I'm just glad I had that nap yesterday. But I'm on my second cup of coffee here. Just talking about Ted's show last night, his broadcast, and Helen. Well, we're in a commercial break. No, the thing is, on the replay, people watch this, so I should. Helen Leggy Lady 01 is in the chat, and for the folks that are watching on the replay here over on Rumble, as well as let me get this right, on Rumble and YouTube, you can follow her Radio Leggy over there on Twitter. She posted, she did her show yesterday. Her show, she has a radio show as far as on 365 Radio, which I listen to on Radio Garden. I didn't even have to go to the check my app. So we're glad to have you here, Helen. I hope you're having a good day over there in Scotland. That's where Helen is from, and we always enjoy having her here. And so it's just you and Tim so far. So it's sort of a quiet Friday right now, and I'm sucking down the coffee because I was up late last night. Like I said, Ted, he offered to invite me up last night on the on his broadcast, but I declined because I have a tendency of talking loud, and the missus had gone to bed, and I didn't want to wake her up with my loud voice. So I just stayed in the chat, which is always fun. I like being in the chat as far as on broadcasts. Oh, this coffee's good. This coffee is great as far as that goes. Let's see. We're into. I slept in myself. I'm like a zombie today. Oh, are you? Yeah, because it was probably a late night for you. Helen's broadcast. It's 4 o'clock here. I got to catch it on the replay. You can go to 365 Radio, and Helen. There's a scroll bar there. You can scroll, and Helen's right there. You can listen to Helen's show on the replay also over there. I've done that before. But yeah, 4 o'clock, which is 9 o'clock your time. And what is it, 3 hours or 2 hours? It's 2 hours, I believe, right? Yeah, I think it's a 2-hour radio show. Actually, I'm going to drive there right now. Let's see, 365 Radio. Let's go to the web page here. Let's see if we can find Helen. 365 Radio. It's over there in the UK. Yeah, live 365. Listen now. No, let's see. We cursor down. Let's see if we can find Helen on here. Explore thousands of unique stations for any genre of music, and Helen puts on a good genre. Let's see. Where is she? She's usually down here. Where the hell is it? I don't know if this is the same thing. It's live. Is it live 365? It's 2 hours. Yes. Okay. It's a 2-hour. Okay. Let's put in Leggy Lady. Let's see if that does anything. No, it's not there. Let's go home. Let me see. Radio Garden. Where's my Radio Garden app? Radio Garden. Oh, okay, that's the website. I think I was on there. Oh, okay, I'm on a different web. I'm on live. Okay, it's 365 Radio CO. Thank you, Helen. You know what? I gotta put that down on your card. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking at this site. I'm live365.com, but it's not the same. Okay. So what is that? It's 365. I know it was 365 Radio. I gotta bookmark that. .co. So let's see, 365 radio.co. And Helen broadcasts here on Twitch, and I've seen her. You probably did the other day. Oh, there you are, 365 Radio. Okay, and she's one of the premier broadcasters on the thing. So it's 365radio.co. The cheekiest. Spit. Sorry about that. The cheekiest radio station in the world. Help us fight hunger. Follow 365 Sounds to raise funds to support the food bank. Ooh, I like that. And we have the personalities. And down the bottom, we scroll to the right. And what do we find? I know we're going to find Helen here. Oh, they got you buried a little bit here, Helen. What's going on here? I usually see you over here on there. Let's see. Or do I got to go down a little bit more? Let's see. Let's see. I'm on the web page. What? Let me use your search. Do you use the same handle on the website, Leggy Lady? Well, they don't have a search thing on here. I remember the last time I was on here, I just go down to the bottom and scroll and see. Yeah, you got the official legacy charts. Let's see. I'm not seeing you, Helen. I'm scrolling the one bar where it has all the shows, the sounds. I don't see your show. Is it posted yet? I would figure, you had it last night, right? The little bar there underneath the help us to fight hunger. I'm scrolling. It says 365 sounds, hundreds of demand programs. I'm not seeing your show. Usually that's where I find you, unless I'm not looking right. I gotta open my eyes here. Huh. Usually I find that on the replay. What's going on here? Let's see. Vote now. Anyway, I thought I could find you on the replay here. I've done this in the maybe it just hasn't hit the thing. It's my proper name on the there, but I'm not seeing a search bar. They don't have a search bar. Yeah, my 365radio.co. Let's see, what if I put / Helen Wallace ACE. No, I got an error there. The boss at the station had some bad family news and messed up my show going out on air last night. I'm not sure if it's there. Okay, I'm not seeing it, Helen, just to let you know. I usually see it. Yeah, you're usually on the thing, so okay, it hasn't been posted yet. You probably had it on the live aspect of it, but it hasn't been posted on the web page. So I do look at that. I should bookmark that. I'm going to bookmark that 360. I thought I had that bookmarked. Okay. I had lots of people message me to say it wasn't. Oh, it didn't go on air? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you said something before. The guy is not really, or you sort of indicated, I think. But anyway, Helen can be found when it's there. But she's also over there on Mixcloud, which I follow, and she does. Let me see. Let me check the Mixcloud page here. Mixcloud. Where's my Mixcloud? Mixcloud channel. I'm over there as Richard M. Roberts, and there's a link off to the left that goes to my original. Let's see. I'm at the limit, so I gotta for next week's broadcast that I do over on Mixcloud. It's a 30 to 40 minute broadcast on Mixcloud, and yeah, I got Helen's mixtapes, November 2000. Oh, that was last week, but didn't you post something last night or for yesterday? Oh, that's the mixtapes one. Okay, for last week. I got the notification. I don't go to Mixcloud as often as I used to. Let's see. But Helen over on Mixcloud is mixcloud.com/radio leggy. And yeah, there's your latest submission there. That was, let's see, the 2nd of November. So that would have been last Thursday's, as far as that goes, last week's and stuff. That's the mixtapes. And And oh, you haven't posted it up there yet? Yeah, you should do that. I'm reminding her. I like going to Mixcloud is a great platform. Um, I am on there. I've been on there for a number of years. It was Bill Elder, who is he's up in age now. He doesn't do things on this internet anymore. But he is a real radio. He was on the Big X down in Macon, Georgia. He met quite a few people. Capricorn Studios was down there in Macon, Georgia. He met quite a few people, artists, because it's just a regular building, but all the artists would come in the back door and stuff like that. It was sort of out of the place, and he got me into he I don't even know. I appreciate you, Rich, and thank you. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, okay, no problem, Alan. I just I'm using it as a content. It's a good content fill. No, I like going on other people's web pages there that they post on, and they produced the music and stuff like that. Um, but Bill Elder, he did YouTube. I came across him on YouTube years back, and I've done some correspondence with him and stuff like that. I lost track of him, but I think he's up in his age. He's a lot older than I am. I'm 65, so he's pushing. I think he's in his 70s now. But a great guy. He was a radio DJ. Always wanted to be a radio DJ. I mean, when he has this story when he was uh, between 10 and 15 years old, his downstairs basement, he had it set up like a radio station. So he was playing to be a DJ, and he got me into being on Mixcloud. Mixcloud changed their format to where it's a paid service now, and so I had 212 broadcasts on my original, and you can go off to the left. If you go to mixcloud.com/. Richard M. Roberts. That's the Fireman Rich Mixcloud page now. I can only put up 10 broadcasts, and I have to put one in a draft. My original challenge, I didn't want to put 212 broadcasts in draft. So I have it linked. Off to the left is the original 212 broadcasts of the Tioga Radio Show, and that's mixcloud.com/. Rich Roberts. And so with I wanted to continue doing that, but this is a way I can do it, and it's still free because I'm not on there enough like Helen is to and she live streams there. You can live stream live on Mixcloud, but it's a service, and if I did it a lot more, I'd probably do it. But it's a great program, so I'm gonna have to knock off a couple broadcasts there, put them in the draft mode, so I can post up next Tuesday. I will be doing the rock and roll #wannabe radio DJ, as I call it, thing there. Let's go into our our history for today. Again, it's the birthday of the United States Marines, and they were organized as under the authority of the Continental Congress. Let's see, in 1919, the American Legion opened for its first national convention in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is right close to where I was born. I was born in Rochester, Minnesota, years back. My first 5 years I lived out in Minnesota. 1928, Hirohito was enthroned as emperor, so he was okay. And in 1944, during World War II, the ammunition ship USS Mount Hood AE-11 exploded while moored in the Manus Naval Base in the Admiralty Islands in the South Pacific, leaving 45 confirmed dead and 327 missing and presumed dead. Ooh, that's not good. That's back during World War II. Oh, you haven't put it on. Okay, I'm backing up. You haven't put it on Mixcloud. I should probably appreciate. Yeah, okay, Mixcloud. Mixcloud is great. It's a great platform. Let's see, what else do we have? In 1969, the children's education program Sesame Street made its debut on National Educational Television, later PBS. Now they've gone commercial. They're making money. That Tickle Me Elmo and all that. Geez. Yeah, that's a lot of people. But it was an ammunition. Let's see, what kind of ship? I think what they say, it was an ammunition ship. Yeah, an ammunition ship. So somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to and caused the explosion. As far as that goes, um, 1982, the newly finished Vietnam Veterans Memorial was opened to its first visitors in Washington D.C. 3 days before its dedication. I've been to Washington D.C. once. I visited. It's very surreal, looking at all the names. Very clean, and I went and saw it before I went to Arlington. Arlington was another must see when you go to Washington. See the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Very surreal. I stood at John F. Kennedy's gravesite with the eternal flame. Bobby Kennedy next to him, and his John F. Kennedy's Jackie next to John F. Kennedy, his the first lady. Very surreal. So again, on this day tomorrow, being Veterans Day, we remember them as far as that goes. Very, very inspirational, bittersweet because the Vietnam War, as history indicates, we if the United States had their act together and recognized Ho Chi Minh back during he actually petitioned the United States back in right after World War One, the Woodrow Wilson administration, to have the United States recognize Vietnam, but the United States, no, that's the French. That's for the French to decide. I think it was after World War Two. I think Ho Chi Minh actually met with Woodrow Wilson after World War One in Paris when he went over there. And then after World War Two, I think Ho Chi Minh tried to meet with then President Truman, but met with a secretary, a subsecretary, and they said no, no, that you're part of the French colony and all that. We should have took a stand there, saying, you know what, Vietnam, you need to be, and we would have never had the Vietnam War because history. There's a good multi-part series on the Vietnam War on PBS that I've watched here, and it's a war that we should have never got into, and it just my same feeling became apparent when we were still over in Afghanistan. We should have been on. I always say this: we should have been on to Afghanistan once Bin Laden been whacked, and as far as that goes. Let's see what else we got. In 2009, John Allen Muhammad, mastermind of the. Oh, this is bad news. This is a bad guy getting. He killed some people, but was executed. I guess he. I don't know. These people, they get their name to fame because they took out people. That's ridiculous. Let's see. That was the AP side. Oh, we didn't do the other side here. Let's see. What do we have here? The White House. The White House, designed by Irish-born architect James Hoban, received its cornerstone in Washington, and constructed and construction commemorates on the future home of an office of every president since John Adams. That was back in 1792. On this day in 1954, we said it's the Marine birthday. The Marine War Memorial was dedicated across the river from Washington D.C., marking the founding of the United States Marines in 1775 by the Second Continental Congress, featuring a huge bronze statue today known as the Iwo Jima Memorial because of the iconic AP war photo on which it was based off of. So that's pretty interesting stuff there. And the National Museum of the Marine Corps was dedicated and opened near the Quantico Marine Base there in Triangle, Virginia, back in 2006. So Semper Fi to all those Marines that are out there. We appreciate all that you do. as far as that goes. So last night there was a football game. Not much of a football game. I picked the Panthers, and the Bears ended up winning. So Tim won as far as that goes. I do have. Oh, I can present that. I can present the. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this here. We don't need be right back. Let's go ahead and we don't need that. I can bring up for week. We're in week 10, coming up this weekend. Let's see. What am I looking here? Oh, okay, there we go. I can present the charts. Let's go ahead and do the football charts for week 9, where Tim didn't do all that great. Did I present these Wednesday? I'm not sure if I did. I'm going to go ahead and present them again. No, we don't want that. We want that. Okay, there we go. So there's the charts. And Tim, are you back? Okay. I just read that comment there. Okay, there's the charts for week 9. Okay, you're still here. Okay, I'm presenting the. Did I do the? I think I did these Wednesday. Yeah, I did show them because you were on. Okay, yeah, this is Wednesday. I did them Wednesday, but this is last weekend, and Tony and myself were at the top. CBS was second. Ted, Brian, and Michael showed up. I still got to get Michael's. I was supposed to have a broadcast with Michael yesterday morning, but that didn't develop. And then Tim, you didn't do all that great yesterday or this last week. Hopefully, you're off to a good start. You're doing better with a win. The Chicago Bears. I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting seeing a 4th-string quarterback. Let's see, where are we at on the commercials? We got 9 minutes before the commercials, so we can get the other. Let's get the other. Other slide in. Let's see. So, and then the overall, there we have for overall. That should come up here. And I'm still up in top, so, and that's how we sit. I'll be presenting these again. I guess, yeah, I did, yeah, right, yeah. All my picks are guesses, and I don't watch football that much like used to. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, I like picking. I don't do the fantasy football. This is the closest. This right here is the closest thing to fantasy football because it's just it's just a win-loss. I mean, fantasy football, you can go deep. I can't. I tried fantasy football for basketball. You got to change it every day, and stuff. So it's not worth my time. You know, fantasy football was fun when I first did it years back when it was just Yahoo. You know, you got on Yahoo, you made your teams and stuff. It's a whole different ball game now as far as that goes. So those are the charts for this week, which we'll be updating on the updating after this weekend's broadcast and stuff. So, and let's see. And yeah, like Tim said, all my picks are guesses. Not really guesses as much. I sort of see what the win-loss and, you know, I got an idea where the how the teams are and stuff like that, you know, from their win. And I do watch. I would have to say I'm watching more football now than I watch baseball. Baseball was sort of like, I am gonna say something about basketball though. I guess to fill that. What the hell happened to my tablet here? My tablet went down. I guess it timed out. Hit OK. How come the tablet's not working here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see. There we go. I keep track also on this. So I got it on the tablet. I've got the chat only on the phone. I've got it over here on the laptop, and we're up on the big screen. and stuff. I like doing the big screen now. It's because when I'm looking at you and I'm doing the thing, I can see right there. Because my view is away from the others here on the broadcast, as far as that goes. So I guess I guess I'm a little nitpicky-ish, for a better word, to use of a better word. Get my head up my ass, I guess there, but as far as how the broadcast is looking and stuff like that. We're in the basketball season. Let's see, what was there was only 2 games last night. There was only the Bucks and Pacers. Pacers beat the Bucks, and the Hawks beat the. So who's playing tonight? Anybody of interest? Let's see, 76ers and Pistons. That could be a good game. Nets and Celtics. Ooh, I guess I'll be watching that game tonight. I like the Celtics. So, and I think Ted likes the Nets. Nets, they're down there in Brooklyn now. So I'll be watching them. And who else do we have? We have any other games there? Not really. Celtics and Nets. That looks like if I'm going to watch, and as far as the basketball goes. So, let's see. Let's get back to the chat here. And we have 4 people on the bean count, so thank you very much. I know there's Helen and Tim here in the chat, so I appreciate you being here. I think all the rest of the guys, like Ted, he's probably sacked in, sleeping in until he has to get to work at his computer desk at his house. He's working from home, I guess. He works, Fridays? Yeah, he works Fridays. And then Tony's probably getting up. He's usually popping in here. Friday's usually popping, but I think last night we went till probably the 1:45, I think. 12:30, 1:45. He was on it. He was on it 2 hours. He cut. The broadcast would have lasted probably another hour if they didn't shut Michael up. He can drag it out a little bit longer. He could probably give Glick from Nonsensical Nonsense, which is another. I mentioned his name. I got to plug him. Nonsensical Nonsense podcast. There we go. Nonsensical Nonsense. You got Glick. Glick was on the. He was in the chat there. I think he was over on the YouTube side, and but Jeff is on there. Tony D's not on there anymore, but they're on Spotify. They're on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, from 7:00 at 7:00 Eastern, as far as that goes. Nonsensical Nonsense. They have the marathon broadcasts, which this one is turning into now because we're an hour and 10 minutes as far as that goes. And I might have to refresh my coffee. I'm sucking this coffee down. I'm taking big gulps when I drink it. I almost need another cup and whatnot. So let's see if I can find something else here. We did have a big fire yesterday. I guess I could talk about that. Yesterday morning, just after I was doing, I guess I was getting done. I had already done the audio podcast, but there was a fire. We have here in Tioga County a Racino. It's a casino Racino, and they do the trotters. And there was a big barn fire yesterday morning, and multiple horses were. I mean, this was a big barn. Hey, Glick. We got an ad break in a minute and a half. I just popped the card for you there, my friend. Glick is in the house, and we're glad to have you here, Glick. Sort of late night. You just waking up? He's out there in Ohio, just down from Michigan. There it is. Glick is in the house. He's the proprietor and one of the main entities on Nonsensical Nonsense. And check them out. Appreciate you being here this morning. Happy Friday, yes. But this fire yesterday, it was pretty bad. It had multiple. I'm going to see if I can bring up an article here. But I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get another cup of coffee. So I'll be right back. And we're back. I just got to bring the camera up here. Hang on. Gotta love the ads breaks, yeah, don't we? Hang on, let me see. What are we doing here? Let's see. Let's bring this up. There we go. Are we back? Let's see. There we are. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I got a good cup of coffee. I think there's one more cup left. I'm sucking it down today. Yeah, gotta love the ad breaks there, Glick. I sent you my pics. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let's check the old Twitter. And Tony just waking up. Yeah. I wish I could say that, but I had yeah, it was a late night last night. Okay, Tim, I got yours as far as that goes. I'll plug them in. Let's see. Yeah, I figured you for Chicago. Let's see. New England, Cincinnati, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, 49, Baltimore, Arizona? Chargers, Dallas, Seattle, Jets, and Buffalo. Okay. I'll plug those in today. And good morning to Tony. Hashtag positive start to the day for you, sir. And as far as that goes, if you're just waking up, yeah, salute positive. Good morning. Tony says good morning. Are you in at work? Let's see, Helen. I'm not showing off or anything, but no ads for you. No, you can say that, Helen. That's all right. You're not at work. You want to come up and talk about last night's broadcast? I thought it was a great broadcast. I've been talking about it a little bit here. It was a good broadcast. Just to finish up that fire, it was here in Tioga County. It was a pretty bad fire. And I'm trying to find, let me see if it's on my news feed here. WNBF. And the missus is joining us with her breakfast this morning. So, let's see.
They did arrest the guy.
What's that?
They arrested the guy.
Yeah. Let's see. No, it's not in.
You didn't hear what I said.
I'm sorry. What's that?
You didn't hear what I said?
No, I got multiple
Okay.
things going on here. What's that? What'd you say?
They arrested somebody.
We knew that though, or was that just a suspect yesterday?
Suspect, yes.
Okay, it was a suspect yesterday. They did arrest somebody in this fire yesterday, and let me get to the article. Let's see, WBNG.
Spectrum 1 has better article.
What's that?
Spectrum 1 had better coverage.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
And let's see, this fire. Let's see. Yeah, house and no, that's. See, they put this house and garage down in total loss in Stanford. It's like, okay, 24 racehorses killed at Tioga Downs racetrack. I'm talking about this fire, Tony, that you're just coming in, just getting to it. That we have a casino, Racino Casino, here in Tioga County. It's the Tioga. If you plug in Tioga or Tioga Downs racetrack, and but New York State Police identified the suspect accused of arson as Boyd H. Fenton, 32, of Athens, Pennsylvania. Police said the fire killed more than 24 racehorses in the blaze that burned early Thursday, and the scanner was going off the hook yesterday after I got done with my audio podcast. If I was still active as a firefighter, I would have been there fighting this. But I haven't been in the local fire department here for about 10 years now, I think. Yeah, or maybe longer, maybe 15 years. Police said Fenton was charged with arson in the third degree, a Class C felony, burglary in the third degree, a Class D criminal mischief in the second degree, and a Class D felony, and assault in the second degree, and Class. Man, that's a lot of felonies.
Good. Son of a bitch.
So yes, the missus isn't happy with this guy.
No. Maybe he'll get shanked. Shouldn't say this. Maybe he'll get shanked while he's
Yeah, it's just like you got 24. That's like 20. We heard 50, upwards of 50 50 horses, and these are the horses that are trotters, and it's a casino slash casino. It was a casino where they just had the one armed bandits. Now it's a full fledged casino. You can go there to play blackjack.
Have a good one.
See ya. Blackjack, poker. They do have the slot machines, and they do have a race season that they're just wrapping up. But there was 12. We thought it might have been there's an extra barn there that they do the flea market. We figured that was where the fire was when we're listening to it on the scanner. But they had like 5 or 6 different companies here. Let me see. Police said investigation determined Fenton entered the barn and intentionally set the fire, causing thousands of dollars worth of damage, not to say the deaths of the horses. A person who entered the barn while it was on fire suffered second-degree burns. He's probably tried putting it out.
He was trying to save the horses.
Yeah, or getting the horses, and is being treated at Robert Packard Hospital. Police said the person was trying to save the horse. Oh, okay. He said the person that got burned. The guy who started the fire was arraigned and is in the Tioga County Correctional Facility, the jail. Police did not reveal Fenton's relationship with the racetrack. The investigation of the fire is ongoing. So this was a major thing here in the county. Daggone, that's crazy. Unfortunate loss of horses, but thankful nobody. Yeah, but that's a. Let's just say I've actually met the owner, Mr. Carell, back when they were first starting to set this up. He made it a point to come around to the community, and back then I was still active in the fire department, and I was still active in the local community. I had a chance to meet him. You wouldn't tell. This guy is he owns. He did own Vernon Downs, which closed down, but he also owns a racetrack down in New York City. The guy is he has done a lot for this county, and it's a shame. He's a big time horse lover, so I know this is hitting him hard to have something like this happen. This is rural New York, but to get an idea what Tioga Downs looks like, just Google Tioga Downs. Racetrack in Tioga, New York. That's a big entity here. They got a good hotel there, so if anybody was to come to visit to me, they can stay at that hotel. As far as that goes, it's a pretty decent place there. It's out in the sticks. It's one of several race casinos that are here in New York State. They didn't get on the first time, but they argued that hey. I can remember when it was a quarter horse track when I was growing up. They used to race the quarter horses there. I lost $20 there, I guess, when I bet. And I think that's the first place where I bet. I came back visiting here once I was in the service, and we went there, and I lost $25. I only bet $2 a bet. But what it is now is it's trotters. They have the little cart behind the horses, and they do. They have a race season May till Labor Day, I guess. May until September is the race.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the race as far as that goes. So let's see. I don't know. Tony, are you able to come up? Would you like to come up? Helen, I don't know if you're in the car. Or Glick. I'm on my extended time here. I got about 20, 30 more minutes before we go for a walk. It's not that bad out though, is it? It's being 36 degrees, 38 degrees.
It's not windy, so it's not bad.
So that was the big news yesterday. I'm not a fan of horse racing. I think it's a cruel sport, but burning somewhere down is just crazy. Yeah, the poor horses. That's the way we felt, Helen. I guess once we found out, we're thinking when we heard about the fire on the scanner, it was the big. They have a barn that's just. I guess Mr. Carell allowed the local people here in the county to utilize it as a flea market. And we figured that's where the fire got started. What's that?
I was hoping it was one of
Yeah, we were hoping because it wasn't until later afterwards the missus took a phone call from her brother's spouse there, and she indicated there was a rumor that there was numerous horses were involved in the fire, and that's sad to think about it and stuff like that. God bless the guy that was trying to rescue him. He got burnt and stuff like that. So, but this guy got caught, and going to be that'll be the big news here in Tioga County as far as um, prosecuting him and stuff like that. So they didn't have anything on the. Let's see. I'm not in the car, but I don't think guest stars will handle multiple people. I don't know. I'll send you an invite, Helen. You can come up. Let's see. Let's get Helen up here. I'm going to send you guys. If you guys take the invites, I'll send them out. There's Helen. And we can give it a try. I like giving it a try. Let's see. Let's see. Tony. I'll send Tony a thing. And let's see. Nonsensical nonsense. You're at work, Tim. I'm zombie Helen today. Oh, okay. She's
I get that.
the missus
I
gets.
understand that. Believe me.
Okay, we'll just see who comes up here. If I'll just send it out. See, leave those invitations out for 5 minutes. I'm trying to use this, utilize this platform. But let's see. I'm not in the car, but I don't think guest stars will handle multiple people. No, it does on my platform. It just my internet. I just have to have a good internet for it to work. So I need coffee. Get a cup of coffee. Come back, and we can talk. Just chew the fat a little bit here on the broadcast as far as that goes and stuff. And you could. So that was the big news. I got a little ticked off. I was watching the news last night because they were talking about everything else except this fire, which is big news. This was a major fire, and it wasn't until the 6 o'clock that's when they talked about it and stuff like that. And it was they have the news on at 5 o'clock, then it's 30 minutes, and then 5:30. But I didn't watch it, but I watched the 5:30 news, but there was nothing there. And it sort of ticked me off a little bit as far as that goes. So we'll see if we get people coming in here as far as that goes, and give guest stars, which I'm going to probably use this weekend during a broadcast. I got to do some gaming broadcasts. I decided to. I did play one game of PUBG last night. I went on my PUBG, and I said, "Wow, this is." I hadn't played it in like several days and stuff like that. I got off the kick to where if I got on there, I could honestly say I was starting to get addicted to it, and that's not good when you get addicted to a game, as far as that goes. So, so let's see, who do we got here? So it's Tim. So I got those invites out. If you guys want to take them, that's fine. Let's see. We're at what are we at in time here? I got plenty of time. We're not going for a walk at least for another hour. So I got at least another 30 minutes here and stuff. So we'll see who comes up. Dropping kids off at school. Give me a few, and I'll try and pop in. Okay, I'll leave your invite up there, Glick. I think it works. Tim Fan was able to get on there, but he had some problems. We didn't. Let's see. I think a couple days ago we got the triangle. The internet was bad, and then I I think Wednesday we had him up here. We could hear him, but he was on his phone. So I'm not sure how this works on the phone. But I think you got a higher end phone than Tim, because me and Tim we're sort of cheapos. We got the cheap phones. My phone is like maybe 5 years old. I got to get a new phone. I'm thinking about we got Tony up. Let me push Tony to guest stars. Hey, how we doing, sir? Good morning.
Good.
You
morning. Good morning.
How come you're not at work today?
What's today, Rich?
Today's the 10th. It's not the. Last night I got confused. You guys were talking about Veterans Day. It's Saturday.
Today is the day they allow.
Oh, today's the holiday. I thought it would be.
Jesus Christ, you ain't been retired that long time. You have not been retired that long.
What? Well, when you started talking about the 3-day weekend, I'm thinking Monday's the thing and stuff.
No, they did it for Saturday.
Let's see, Twitch. I've been streaming games. Yeah, I saw you. You were streaming. Was it Call of Duty there and stuff like that? But hey, last night's show, Tony. Great show last night.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
all bad first last.
yeah. He made it a little long. Yeah, I have a brand new fancy
No, he's
phone.
Rich. I can't lie. How hard have I been talking to bringing him back on board and him getting back on the broadcast and people missing us
Why
and
doesn't he
people
just
asking about it?
acknowledge that? He's not acknowledge. Just like you're back. We
He's
know you're
trying
back.
to take over and you trying to be nuts.
I know what you're saying. But he brings an entity that
Yes,
I
God.
really enjoy as far as that goes, and I think
He
he's.
brings about great conversation.
What's that?
He brings about great conversation. He
Yes,
has interesting questions in aspects. What was going on? How you doing? Y'all got to excuse me. I'm
Tony
just
looks
waking
how
up.
I feel, half
Yeah,
asleep. Well, it's one of those things that you were up late last night too and stuff, so it was a big, quick turn.
yeah.
I'm the only reason I was on last night was the fact that um, I took a nap yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I took a nap and uh, so I was watching the game. The game was interesting, even though it was two do nothing teams. I like the story of the Chicago Bears quarterback, as far as that goes. He was that was it.
Magic. I think his name is Magic.
Yeah, he's fourth string. It's just like let's see. He takes over everything like yeah. It's the same old
No,
Michael.
he was bad. That's just my broadcast. He did a list. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it is bad manners, but that's our Michael, and Ted was letting it roll and stuff, and I could see
Yeah.
in Ted's head, it's like, oh, here we go again. He's taking,
You
but
know what's crazy, Rich? I used to be that bad when I realized it because I would be so excited and I would be having so much fun. I would be having so much fun when I was on people's broadcasts.
right,
He actually told me one time, I'm actually doing what you used to do. And I'm trying not to say that. I'm like, oh my God. Because I used to be bad. I
yeah,
used to be so excited and I just lose it.
yeah,
I just got to do so much. And want to be, I get it. I get
yeah.
it. That's why I got to give him what it is. I used to be that bad.
Glick is saying the game was just gross. It wasn't the most polished game, but I like the story between the two. The two young quarterbacks and stuff. You got one that was number one pick, and then you have one the Chicago Bears that won. He was a fourth. He's a fourth string, not a walk on. And here he is. He has his moment. His dad was in the stands. They were focusing on his dad. That's a good story right
That's
there.
cool. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. So and let's see. Helen says, "I'd like to see him try that with me." No, I don't. I think he knows better, Helen. He'll be put right in his place. I think we all know that, Helen. But there's no nonsense on Helen's
Yeah.
broadcast as far as that goes. Um, but yeah, that was a good
And
broadcast. I
I've been
was.
that bad on Mike's show. I've been that bad on Ted's show, Smoke show, Glick, even on yours. I've been that bad. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'll be like this.
Yeah,
And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to be quiet. I really do see a lot. And he told me one time, he said, this is what you used to do.
yeah,
So I try not to say that.
yeah,
He did tell me that.
yeah. But
I've actually seen it. The replays, I was like, oh, God. Because you told me before I was overtaking on the show. I'm like, you invited me up, I'll ask a question.
yeah.
Well, he'll try to add questions on. And we'll try to
Well,
keep the
it's
show.
just like
Maybe it should be
last
30
night.
minutes.
I think Ted wanted to get right at that 2 hour mark, and Michael, he's just like, he did the, I like being in the comments when Michael's there because I get away with saying some stuff, and I still like to see Riggins come back. I don't think,
That was
yeah,
hilarious.
no,
That was,
I couldn't resist. That's just like, but
that was
that's just like the comment I made when so we'll do a lightning rod and stuff, and he was the only one doing it. I said, hey, he had his 2 minutes, his the quote 2 minute
he keeps
rule.
coming in there. Can we talk about it? Can we just speak on? Can we just? I was like,
Yeah, yeah, it's something, but and I think he's gonna. I saw a little bit of the replay yesterday afternoon of that gentleman he was talking about. That's he's bringing an. He brought Tim in last week to your broadcast, Belt King Fantasy Football. I did say it right. Um, And who's a really great guy. This other gentleman, Solomon, he's in Dubai or something. Really nice
Solomon, yeah,
guy. I like to talk with this guy. He's a real. So Michael has that. He brings in these other people. He's trying to. I think he's trying to draw these people in his crowd, so to speak, from spaces. But
that's
there,
what we did on Haps.
yeah,
He would always try to bring
yeah.
everybody together. If amongst his ways, he's always tried to bring folks
Oh
together
yeah,
regardless.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a problem. And I always commend him for that. I always tell people, I met everybody from hanging out with him.
Right.
And we all met pretty much on Randy.
Yep.
And that's where it was, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I would
And I
honestly.
remember when I said this, I don't know how we all don't support each other. It's crazy.
Well, we're with the small community that we have right now. It's not as big as what it was on Haps, but I think we are supporting each other to as best we can and stuff like that. As far as watching replays, being on the broadcast, you coming up here last minute and stuff. I appreciate you having me on your broadcast, which is gold for me.
Absolutely.
As far as I have fun. And Helen says that he should do that on his own stream, not on other stream. Yeah,
What was crazy is on his own street, he'll drop you. And then when he's ready to leave, he just cuts the damn broadcast and
yeah,
that's what pisses people off. And
yeah.
I told him, I said, I'm not that bad. I said, you remember you dropped me off the show a couple of times. He said, I did? I said, yes, you did.
That was back on Haps.
Yeah.
See, I don't think he's ever dropped me. I don't recall when he
You
talks
would
about.
you would always do your own house. You never really was in anybody else.
Oh, well, I was on his broadcast, not as much as you were and stuff, but I know there's one time, and I always say this that, it's the one moment that I really regret. If I could take it
Mm.
back, that I just went off, and I'm just glad. Hopefully, I don't think you can find that anywhere. But it's probably out there anyway. We're gonna have an ad break here. I'm gonna see if I can snooze that.
Okay.
No, I'm snoozing it. I'm trying to get used to this ads and stuff like that pop up and stuff. It's a minute and a half and stuff. They got this
Oh,
thing.
speaking of which,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you
No, I'm just saying the ads right now. Twitch has something from September till November or till December. I guess they're giving more ad revenues to the broadcasters, so they extended it. I don't want to mess because I start messing with that stuff and I screw up my settings. So if it's not broke, don't. When
if it's not
Rich,
broke, don't fix
you're making an
it. The
appearance
ads will add.
into the crazy world. uh, when Rich.
He wants to know when you're going to go on his show.
Oh, his show. Oh, oh, that your show. Well, yeah, I guess it is crazy with Jeff now. I'll try. I'm going to try and do that, Glick. But I don't want to get caught doing 3 hours worth of broadcasting and stuff. But you were saying, Tony, go ahead.
Hell, I forgot.
Oh, you're still waking up.
I actually got to give. Well, I want to say this. Did the ad start? Anybody?
What's that again?
Rich had the ads. Had the ad start?
Um, I don't. No, I snoozed them. I snoozed them for 5 minutes here, so we're good. Go ahead. We're good for 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
I remember Helen would always tell me before you wouldn't have ads if you subscribe to people, and I'm subscribed to you, and I
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You did a description. You don't. You're a V. I made you a VIP, so you don't. If you're a VIP, you don't have to have them and stuff like that. So.
get them. I
Yeah.
got them yesterday, Wednesday morning.
Oh really? Huh.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I
And I
just
subscribe to
noticed.
a few.
I do know that there's a little bit of an uptick as far as what I see in the analytics. There's a few more pennies there and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's a way of turn. I don't think you can turn them totally off because Twitch it's their way of making revenues and stuff like that also.
Yes, it is.
So that's fine. I just but the thing is when the ads are going still, Tony, this is being recorded and you don't see the ads on the replay. So when I repurpose
No, you
it.
do not.
So but when I'm live here now, I'm trying to make it be a little proactive as far as identifying that because I know there's some people that they're watching and then they'll appreciate them watching the ads and stuff like that. Helen says I
Yes.
think they put so many ads on there to encourage people to subscribe. Yeah, that could be, because they have that turbo, and then you got Prime, where if you have those entities, you're paying them money, so they're getting actually a bigger cut and stuff like that. As far as that goes. But as far as getting back to nonsensical nonsense, I might pop in there next week, Glick. I'll leave that open. Not a guarantee because
It's going to have a rate issue. A lot of people are talking about coming up there, so you should expect the crowd to kind of shout.
yeah, yeah.
But but I'm gonna tell you one thing: you're not going to just come up there and have one of them Jerry Lewis telethon broadcasts that you're not
No,
going to
that's
have.
just
You're going to
was it?
8 9 hours.
Yeah, Glick had an 8 hour one. He said, "It says I'm pushing what an hour and 39 minutes now, so it's just but that's just because I have this feature that I can utilize now and stuff like that, and and it works quite well. I did have some issues, I guess, with Tim. He one day he tried it, and I got that triangle, and then Wednesday he tried it, was able to bring him up, but he was just he didn't have a
He
picture.
was at work. He didn't have a signal. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
his signal is the phone was. He's got a. I take it he has a low end phone like I have a low end phone, which that can have problems. I guess that's why I don't do a lot of broadcasts on my phone, primarily because I've seen the replays on it, and sometimes it's not worth doing because.
signal strength, Rich. Always remember that people are comfortable being at home, Wi-Fi, and everything.
Oh yeah,
When you get
I'm
out,
in my element right here. I like this.
yeah,
This is my element. This is sort of like I call it my Walter Cronkite corner, so to speak. Age dating myself, but so what do you have planned for the weekend?
there's still some things I need to finish up that I said I was going to do after I moved.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, we got contractors coming in here to again.
seven, 5 or 6 things I could do over this weekend.
Right.
I thought about just going out of town and just hanging out with some folks,
Right.
but what I don't want to do is start like overspending. I'm sitting down on purpose. This is a good time to get out, go see folks, because these are holidays, but hotel prices are expensive still.
Right. 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 Yeah.
So
Yeah. You know what I've been doing lately? Of late, talk about hotels. I'm thinking, oh, okay, if you travel, another way. I'm looking at all these trailers you can tow. As far as towing a trailer and stuff.
the camper,
Yeah, campers, so the trailer campers and stuff like that, and the little ones that you can, the various size. I used to look at videos of the big RV Galaxy, full fledged. They're probably a lot better than this old house here that I live in. But the trailers are very interesting and fascinating. But the thing is, some of these, when you think about it, it's almost better to go ahead and get a hotel instead of taking a camper, because a camper, there's a lot involved in it unless you go out camping at the lake and stuff like that. But it's just more. I can remember having a camp. I had when I was growing up. We used to camp down at Cape May Courthouse in Jersey,
hmm
and we had a Coleman camper that slept 5 6 people, and I always liked that. That was fun. There was a camp down here downstate in the Catskills we used to go to also every summer. That was really nice, and it was always fun as far as that goes. But some of these campers, they're freaking plush. Even these little ones, they're half the size of this dining room, but they have a full fledged bathroom. It's not you got to someone
yes,
like you and me. We're going to have to squinch down because we're over 6 foot. But just the fact that you have that available and stuff like that out in the wilderness, as far as that goes. But
and they
I'm
got
watching,
showers. You can
yeah.
just
But it just me and the missus were talking, like if we were to get one, it'd probably be we'd be enthused about it for like a couple months, and it's like, why did we buy this freaking
why
rock
do we buy this exactly?
tied
Exactly.
around our neck and stuff like that? So, let's see. Helen says, got a couple of people talking about travel to come visit me. This is the best, cheapest time of year because quiet in between the Fringe Festival and Christmas New Year. Okay, yeah, that's true. The big, yeah.
Yes.
Other than the holidays, I think the big is August a big time holiday season as far as, or is that just everybody's on vacation? Let's see, New
I
Year's.
think July is the busiest month for a lot of people
Uh-huh.
because the kids are out of school
Right,
in
right,
different areas. June's not good because kids in the north are still in.
right.
August is good because kids in the south will be going to school. So July is huge. For where Helen's at, she talked about how that Fringe Festival in her area was so huge.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
think
She's
August,
yeah. And flights are super cheap at this moment. Yeah, but I haven't been.
yes,
It doesn't. I don't know. They could give me a ticket to Scotland right now, Helen, and I don't want to get on an airplane. I just even if they gave me a ticket to go to Italy, I would have to question it because I don't like flying. I just there's something about getting on an air.
you know, I got tired of flying around 2010
Hmm.
because of how much I flew. I flew to Vegas, then we flew out of Iraq, then I flew to Hawaii. I
Yeah,
just took a break from flying
yeah.
because it will catch up to me. This is true.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I had my fill. The 20 years I was in, 13 was overseas, so it was constantly. I was on a plane at least 2 or 3 times during the course of a year, and sometimes and stuff like that. And
Yes.
it just, it was fun when I was single, but when I got married, it's like, man, it just was ridiculous and stuff like that. August is the busiest month because of festivals and military tattoo. Okay, it, um, but I just before you came on, I just started talking about we had a big fire yesterday, and I don't think I've ever told. We have a Racino casino here, Tioga Downs, and um, what
Yes, that can happen.
and
Go ahead, Richard. Sorry.
and the fire. I guess they're coming out yesterday. Initial reports. They didn't. We're thinking it was this one of the horse barns. They have Mr. Corral, who's the owner. I think there's a track down. What are the racetracks down in New York City? There's a racetrack he owns down there.
You got Belmont
Bel,
Aqueduct.
not Belmont. What's the other one?
Um,
It's below Belmont is high end, but there's another one there.
you got Belmont Aqueduct. Used to be Roosevelt Field.
Maybe it's Roosevelt. He owns one of them down there, but this is a quarter horse track that changed over to. Well, they could. It was set up anyway. They do the trotters, and but the initial report was.
Aqueduct does that.
Pardon?
Aqueduct has trotters, I think.
Yeah, well, Foxborough they have a trot. I used to when I was up at Hanscom Field, we used to go down there to. We got Glick coming up here. Um,
Yeah.
they have the trotters there too, but the initial report we think it was a flea market, but then it was a barn, and then the missus took a phone call saying that what is it uh, that there was multiple horses, maybe 50 horses that were perished. Okay, hang on for a minute, Glick. Let me push you. I got you. Let me see.
This motherfucker comes up here on black and white,
Let me see.
like he's on an antenna television in the country or something. Look at this dude.
How do I push him? Okay, he should be. Okay, I'm not getting. How come I'm
The
not
mic's
getting?
on mute. Your signal's good though.
Okay, hang on for a minute. How come I'm not getting any controls on him? Hang on for a minute.
Helen, yes, that can happen with a lot of people working around planes who don't like flying. Yeah, that can happen.
Show guest on
It's like
stream.
people
Okay,
looking so good. It's
Okay, we're
like,
pushing you now, Glick. Okay, we should have you here. Hang on
yeah,
for a minute. There we are.
you're
Okay, there he is. There's Glick.
still on mute.
Do I still have him on mute? Okay, let me see. I'm just getting used to this. Is
That might be him.
disable stream.
It just froze. Okay, mute's off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We got you, Glick. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Okay, there he
Yeah, I
is.
can hear you guys.
Unfortunately, yes, we can hear you.
Loud and clear. Glad to be. Thank you for coming up, Glick. Appreciate it. You're the first actual visual phone that we've had up on guest stars, as far as that goes. So, but you didn't
I
like.
wasn't sure how it was gonna.
You
Yeah.
got an echo. Rich, are you on more than one window?
No. No.
And
Let me
Glick,
check.
if you're watching this and then you came up, turn off the one that you're watching. I hear an echo on my end, but I don't think you hear me echoing, do you?
No, I don't hear you echoing.
Okay.
Okay, Glick just got a triangle, so that's on his end. So we'll just leave him up there for if he wants to come back. Let me see if I push him off. Let me. Oh, you got multiple people. This is where you got to do a lot of fancy footwork and stuff. Holy crap! So this is a good test. Let's just bring just me and Tony up, and we'll wait for Glick to come back up. And I'm not getting the triangle now. So he. Oh, okay. He just did his picture. Are you still there, Glick?
Give him a second. He's driving.
Okay, he's driving. Okay, yeah. I'm not getting the triangle now, so let me bring him back. Okay. So this is a good test as far as it's not as seamless as Restream. Restream is a little bit better as far as, or it's a lot better as far as the transitions. As far as that
I
goes.
see Mike is working the Restream and the StreamYard thing now. He's getting a kick out of it.
Oh yeah. Are you still hearing the echo now?
No, I don't hear an echo, but I just hear his windows a little bit, but he hasn't spoken yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there still an echo? Yeah, there's still an echo.
Still an echo.
Okay.
Still an echo.
It might be. I'm not hearing no echo on my end.
Helen's
So.
up. What's up, Helen?
So wait, you
Little
work
black and white
your
suit.
whole life around planes, but you don't like flying. No, that's it comes down to that sometimes, Helen.
She
It's just
doesn't
after
wanna know.
9/11, 9/11 was the big one for me as far as if I have to get on an airplane, I can get on an airplane, but I would prefer it being a military aircraft than a civilian in some cases. So what are you doing, Glick? You taking the kids to school?
The kids off to school now. I'm heading into work, and
Oh, okay. You're heading into the job. So you
She's
weren't
in black
impressed
and
with
white. She's
the
on
game
mute,
last
bitch.
night?
nah, it just it's two unfortunate teams this year, man.
Yeah.
You got an
And,
echo, Glick, so you know.
yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't have it.
No, you're
you have any
you're
other
readable
windows
though.
open?
You're readable. I can hear you.
Okay.
The same thing happened last time we were on here when I was on the laptop.
Gotcha. Rich.
Yes.
Helen's still black and white and on mute in the background.
Say again.
Look at Helen's setup, and you see she's on black and white and she's on mute.
Oh,
I think they
Helen's.
leave
Oh,
them,
Helen's.
leave you
Oh,
black
okay.
and
Let me. Oh, okay. Hang on, Helen. Hang on. We're gonna bring Helen up. Oh, we're gonna go 4 people. We're gonna really test.
Oh yeah, Glick, your Bluetooth. Is your Bluetooth on?
Oh, that's what it is. It's the Bluetooth. Hang on, Helen.
I had it off, and I still.
We're gonna bring you up. I gotta push. How do I push you? What? I want to push you. Disable. Move. Show on stream. There we go. Okay, hang on, Helen. We're gonna bring you up, and we have
There
Helen.
it is. Okay, she's
Ooh, I'm getting some feedback somewhere.
on your phone. Turn the Bluetooth off all the way. And I see you took it out your ear already.
And there we go. We got
Just make
Helen
sure it's
up.
all the
Thank
way
you,
through. Only
Helen,
because
for
you're
coming
echoing.
up.
I just want you to know.
We got commercials going on right now, guys.
Yeah, I see it. Doritos.
How we doing, Helen? Can you hear us? I'm not hearing any. Do I? I don't
She's
have.
on mute. Helen, we don't hear you.
You're on mute, Helen. And I'm remove pin whisper.
And now she looks like she's doing a pantomime on Street Corner.
Yeah, this is stressing it out, Rusty. It'll be his Bluetooth echoing. Yeah, okay, that's right, the Bluetooth echoing. We got a good picture on Helen. You all look great on the Surface 3. Mic is on. Okay, let me check my settings, Helen. I have volume. You're at 100%. Oh, you can go up.
So I had to unmute myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't have anything muted. Let's see. I got you muted there, and I just unmuted it. So you're unmuted. So I'm not sure what's going on. The controls are the same. Picture looks. You look great this morning, Helen. You look lovely. And we're holding our own here using guest stars, folks. If you're watching this on the replay on YouTube and Rumble, we have Tony D coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. We have Glick coming in on the phone there from Ohio, and we have Helen coming in from Edinburgh, Scotland. This is the first time I've had 4 people up here at once, and Helen. Say it
I
hi.
think this is the first time we got 4, yes.
4 people, yeah. I've had Tony and Helen up here before, but this is the first time having 4. So my internet, knock on wood, is working. What did she say? You need to read lips. You need to lip read me. I can't read lips.
I can read lips.
Now body language, you got the body language here. I can comprehend, and then there's he's just saying.
Rich,
So
where it came from? When we'll be on the job, sometimes you see clash, somebody need help, or even like at work with us, we got background noise.
Right.
We can't talk to each other.
Right.
So we learn the hand signals and lips and everything.
Yeah.
I'll look at somebody, I'm like, and they'll be like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah. But I'm just a little excited because there's 4 people up here and it's just working. And like I said, I'm in a rural area. Monday seems to be a bad day to use this guest stars because the last 2 Mondays I usually get the try. No, I'm not hearing anything, Helen. And I'm not sure what's going on. I know you were doing your broadcast. It might be something on your soundboard. You may not have a volume turned up or something. I know with Tony, sometimes I forget to turn my volume up. And Tony says, I can hear you. It's like, I can't hear you. It's like,
now we can hear you, Helen. And you got a little bit of an echo.
Yeah, an echo too, Tony.
I'm a dick.
oh, there she is. Okay. I hear you, Helen.
How you a dick?
How are you doing this morning, Helen?
Because he was right. I hadn't switched my sounder up. Oh, yeah, okay, there's an echo.
So what's okay? I've done that myself, Helen. So no worries.
I'm looking at all the stuff on the screen, thinking everything's fine, and then I realised you're right. I told to turn down on the desk.
That's what I do.
Soundboard,
The soundboard. You got to turn the volume up so for the mic and stuff like that. But thank you for coming up, Helen. I really appreciate it.
I need to know what's going on with this echo. Hang on, let's have a look.
Yeah, it might be just an adverse effect when you have multiple people up. There is an echo, and I might be getting some echo coming off of the old Behringer 802 and stuff like that because I have it hooked.
There aren't any echo cancellation settings or anything on here. I'm looking at the audio settings and I don't see anything.
Yeah. But the picture
There's
is.
something you had one time where I think it was the soundboard, your mic, one of them was on, and you didn't need both of them on.
Right. Yeah, because I make it it's a pet peeve to make sure if I have any tab open that it's muted on other devices and stuff like that. Like
Okay,
Yes.
so this might help. When you go into your microphone settings, in the top corner, there's a little cog,
right.
and there's settings. You go into microphone, there is an echo cancellation, there's a noise suppression, and there's an auto gain control.
So
Everybody should have their echo cancellation on. Mine's on. Everybody else check.
Was that the same with maybe I gotta check that. I don't know if I have that. Echo suppression? Let me check.
No, echo cancellation.
Cancellation. Okay, that's in the little cog. Where's my little cog? Oh, there it is. Okay, let me check it.
There's a little cog in the top corner.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
looking on the phone.
Echo cancellation. What about
was
noise
an output
suppression?
on my end.
Echo
I just got it on
cancellation.
my
I didn't have it
computer.
on. That's what it was. How about
Okay, so
now?
is that fixed now?
Yes.
There we go.
So what? It
Yes,
was me.
so
it's your fault, Rich.
Thank you, Helen. There we go. That's how we learn.
Say something, Glick.
Let's say something,
something,
Glick.
Echo gone.
Yes.
Yeah, we
So
saw.
it was me.
It was me.
It's all your fault,
The
Rich.
bonehead host.
You're fired. Get him out of here.
Everybody waggle your fingers at Rich. It's his fault.
Well, that's how you learn. The thing is, I never really go into that setting, and I think we've had this before, Tony. You and me, you've told me I've had an echo. So I'm going into that setting that Helen just said, and there's noise suppression, echo. Did we have to do echo cancellation on HAPS?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the same
noise
as it's the
suppression.
same as HAPS. Okay, so I got
And
that.
trust me, every time we
Same as
broadcast,
Restream as well.
when we broadcast, we
Yeah, we have to use it on StreamYard as well.
We do a video and
Oh, so
audio
it-
check and make sure all
It's
the connections are
across the
kicked in.
board then. Okay, I don't think I have it
Yes.
set. See, I'm ignorant on that. I full disclosure, I'm ignorant on the settings. So thank you, Helen, for figuring it. You become better broadcasters here. You got a real broadcaster here, and I
I'm so
love
glad
that.
I'm useful for something, Rich.
Even with your sleepy face, har.
We finally figured it out.
Yeah. No. Well, this is still new, and Restream is still better than this. I'll tell you that. I just like playing it because the broadcast. I like using the OBS. I know you guys don't really care too much for it and stuff. It just I'm taking advantage finally instead of just not. I've got a box that can handle it, and it still boggles my mind that I have that type of capability because I'm always having the subpar. Off the shelf computer box at Walmart, so to speak.
It just seems so overly complicated, though, Rich.
Oh yeah,
the
this
setup
is
for
yes.
it.
Yeah, I agree with you totally there, Helen. It
Much
just,
more so
yeah,
than it needs to be. It
yeah,
should be. It could be
yeah,
so
yeah.
much simpler, and
But-
they've made it overly complicated.
But I think compared to when I first started using it to now, it's gotten a little bit simpler. Or else I'm just become more knowledgeable because, like you said, this is a major thing that you just figured out, the noise cancellation. Because it doesn't even, that's the mechanics that I don't really get behind the scenes on some of these things. So,
But when I tried to do guest stars, when I tried to bring someone up, I couldn't even get them on the screen. We
yeah,
could hear them. We can hear them on the audio,
yeah.
but I just could not get Jeeves
Yeah,
to come up on the screen.
they're not connecting and stuff. The things here and stuff like that. So, but
I
what
was just like,
about your
"To hell with this. I'll use Restream in future."
yeah?
It's
What
too
about
easy,
your radio? How'd that go last night? As far as you said, it probably didn't air it or something like that.
Okay, so I had sent it in super late, right? My cat died this week. I'm
sorry to hear that.
right,
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
So I was doing it last minute because I had lots of other things I was
Oh.
doing earlier in the week, and so it was sent in last minute, and then usually I kind of keep tabs on it because people are usually messaging or they're asking questions about the song in real time as they're listening when it goes out on air. So I'm always keeping track of the social media when it's on air, and I started getting all these messages saying, "What's this? That's not your show. Blah blah blah. What are we listening to?"
Yeah,
So
yeah.
of course I goes in to have a check. And it wasn't my show. It was some 90s thing. And I'm like, okay, I have no idea why. I
Yeah.
sent it in, but I did send it in late. It turns out the guy who runs the radio station had had some bad news, some bad family news, and
Okay.
he had uploaded it, but he hadn't actually checked that it had happened properly. So he
Right.
just left it running, and it didn't go out.
Now,
So
will
I have
he will he
no idea.
will he
Just
post
choose
it
a
up on
phone.
the 365 radio eventually?
Well, he said to me he was going to put it out on his time slot today at 5.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, don't worry. I
Okay.
said, don't worry about that. Just put it out. Just put it out next week instead, and it means I don't have to record one for next week.
Oh, okay. So,
Like, you
like
can
I
just
said,
put it
when I drove to the webpage here, I'm on there now. That the one part where they have all the scroll bar with all the selections and stuff like that. I didn't, I always see it down there and stuff like that. So I usually play it, and I got it on the.
I should still be on there, Rich. They wouldn't have changed any of that. I mean, it would just be the previous.
No, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing you though. I'm seeing. What was it? All You Need Is Love, and then classic rock, The People, Golden Hour.
There are lots of presenters. I mean, I don't know. You'd probably be a while there. scrolling
Well,
through,
unless
but
it's on another page. Yeah.
I'm torn. I'm not sure whether to put it up on the Mixcloud or whether to wait until it goes out
Yeah.
on air next week. Because normally I put it out after it's gone on air, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
I told
true.
him just to
Oh.
leave it and do it next week.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting. I like talking about radio, and that's what you got the radio.
I can't be annoyed with the guy at the end of the day. Life happens, right?
Yep, yeah,
That's priority.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, real life.
and I
Yeah,
did
yeah. You
send
gotta
it in
take
properly.
this is all second. This stuff right here is all secondary to real life and stuff like that. So, as far as just appreciate. And again, I'm sorry about your cat. How many years did you have the cat?
15.
15.
So,
Oh
so-
wow. That's like our Ben and Peach. We had
She
them
was
for.
up there. She was up there. I remember she would come on there and she'd be meowing in the background. And it's coming. So Helen would talk to the cat. Every night she'd go, "What?
Oh yeah.
What is all?"
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was,
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time she heard Tony's voice, she would come over to see what was happening,
Right.
right?
Right.
And start giving it all vocal. Look at his face. He's all like cheesing. She would come over and be all like, blah, 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 blah. And he'd be like, "What up, Cuddles?"
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
Cuddles.
But yeah, no, she was an old lady. I mean,
Yeah.
the kids have had her around since they were 3 and 4,
Right.
so it's like an entire lifetime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like our Ben and
Yeah.
Peach. Yeah. And then our recent loss was Calvin. We only had him for 8, and I went for a walk the other day on the golf course here. The missus didn't go, and I guess in the far side of the, it's the lower 9, the back 9 that I walk around about 21 minutes, and I guess going on down this one fairway on the walkway, and I see this black cat. I'm like, oh, there's Calvin. I mean, every time I see a black cat, I think it's Calvin now, as far as because I miss him. He was a jokester of the bunch and stuff like that, and I think some of the other cats I think they're wondering where we're missing somebody and stuff like that. See that sometimes, like they're looking
Yes.
around, because he was
Definitely.
part of the herd as far as that goes.
100%.
Yeah. So it's just
I keep thinking I hear her coming in the cat flap. I keep thinking I hear her, and obviously it's not.
yeah.
And I went into the car boot the other day. I had just bought a big, the big 12 packs of food, the tins,
Yeah.
and I hadn't even had a chance to open them yet. I'd bought them on the Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And she went missing on the Sunday, so they're still in the boot of the car. And I opened the car, and I'm like, oh. And then, of course, it's just like the floods, the tears just streaming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask, but you bringing it up, and I'm wondering what happened. Was she under attack, or did she just think it was natural, or what?
Just found her in the garden, Tony.
So she was just natural.
In her little spot, yeah.
Well, 15,
So,
16,
okay,
yeah,
naturally
15.
it's better.
That's pretty old for a cat. Our
I
original.
mean, she was really thin. And we do think that I think she had like a thyroid thing. She actually had a vet's appointment on Monday.
Oh.
Mm,
She just didn't get to the vet in time.
Uh-huh.
mm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, though. for
Yeah,
real.
that-
Like I said,
yeah,
any animal
yeah.
you have is part of the family. We had
Yeah.
a dog when I was a teenager, and I was out of town. My mother put it down. I hated myself for not being able to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the
Everybody-
things that was putting me off going to the vet is because the last twice we've had, because I mean, I had a childhood cat, right? And again, she was like 13, 14 or something. Every time I've taken an older pet to the vet, they've always said, oh, it's more humane to put them down.
Well,
So I didn't want to have to go
yeah.
through that. That's traumatic, like being there when that happens. So
yeah.
I didn't want to have to go through
Yeah,
that.
we had to do that with Calvin because he had some issues to where he had a black urinary tract, and I guess a week after he had the medicine, it blocked again. Then they took an ultrasound, and his bladder was just cloudy and stuff like that, and it was just going to be a constant thing. So it's one of those decisions of the pet owner that it was the best. And then I go back to our Max, the dog we had him for 16 years. His whole back end was just, and I wasn't, I could have been if I was just thinking to myself, oh, I'll just put the wheels on him and stuff, and he can, but that would have been that's I don't think that's right for the pet to have that and stuff like that. It's just sometimes you have to, and it's hard as a pet owner, especially when you have the pets for so long. And like Max, I say good morning to him every morning since he passed and stuff like that. And the same thing with Calvin, because they have such an impact, and and you think about they're here on this earth a lot shorter than we are. So
Yes.
as far as that goes, so but anyway, I'm gonna have to. We're past the 2-hour mark. Starting with you, Helen. You want to say, give yourself, do the virtual plug there as far as that goes.
But I'm rubbish at that. I hate talking about myself. But it is Jukebox Judy tonight. So,
Okay. Here on Twitch.
It's everywhere. It was supposed to be last week. We had to cancel it. So it's everywhere. It's Twitch. It's YouTube. It's Mixcloud. It's Twitter. It's everything. Go to jukeboxjudy.info for all the info.
Okay.
And Rich plug in my Twitter. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I like this is the Michael Bathurst cards I'm using. He doesn't use these. No, I don't know why he's back. Glick, go ahead.
You guys already know you can check us out Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays, live, 7 p.m.ish, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live. And Saturdays have gotten a little wild lately because a few weeks back we started a new thing. I call it the Open Door Challenge.
Oh, okay.
Basically, we just dropped the link in the chat, and anybody and everybody who wants to come up can come up. And we've had we've had quite a few really cool people. Last week got a surprise visit lead singer of Over and Out. He come and hung out with us for a little bit, talking about new music, tattoos, stuff like that. But we've had a little bit of everybody and anybody come up in the show.
And what time?
Uh,
What time's that
there's-
start? Click on Saturday.
7 p.m. ish Eastern time.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll have any old riffraff in there. I mean, they've been up there a couple of times as well.
Okay.
I mean, they'll
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We just let it all the riffraff in, if you will.
And Tony D.
Y'all know me. I'm all over the place. I've been on nonsense.
See, he can't. You can't.
I'm on late night
You can't yell
I'm
and
on
stuff.
Single National Podcast. I'm on all about the joint. I do my own thing. I'm all over the place. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn. Follow my link tree, Tony D. Original. Yes, that was Helen's idea. She said that. She told me to do that.
Thank you.
I'm also
I
on
told you
Rumble.
to do what?
Get on Linktree.
Oh,
Oh, the link tree. Yeah. That's pretty
you actually
good.
listened to something that I said one time. Awesome.
Okay. I want you three to hold tight. I'm going to cue the outro music as we get ready to leave here and get our day started. This is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on Twitch, and I'm honored to have Helen, Lady Leg on the guest stars here, Glick from Ohio, and my good friend and brother veteran Tony D coming in from
Happy Veterans Day
Warner
to
Robin.
all
Yeah,
members
Veterans
of
Day
all
tomorrow.
branches, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force. Happy Veterans Day this weekend. All that good stuff for real. I'll probably be on later today.
Yep,
Some stuff I'm gonna do.
and I'll be hanging out here, and I want to say thank you, all you guys there, for being here. I greatly appreciate it. You can follow me, Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch, and I'm over there on Truth Social, Instagram, Threads, as well as X/Twitter. But I'm right here on Twitch. I want to say thank you to the three individuals here with me. I greatly appreciate it. This is gold for me, guys. This is gold. I'm having fun. All right, you all have a great one. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.
Bye.
Later, y'all.